Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tex is back over here with a new series for you guys today. Now, if you guys follow the channel closely, you guys know I love giving you guys cheap elite series, gold gems, budget beasts, all that. And to culminate all those great series into one idea, I'm bringing you guys today, the subscriber team build. Now, how this is going to work is like this. I'm going to come over here to the mudhead.com website, go to their team build section, and construct a team. That team is going to be within a certain budget you guys set. So if you guys want a team around 1 million coins, I can definitely construct a team worth that amount. If you guys want a team less than that or more than that, we can go ahead and do that depending on what the parameters are set. So for this series to be a success, I need your guys' interaction. It's pretty simple. Down in the description below, I'm going to have a set of questions, and if you want to be featured in this series, all you guys got to do is basically just answer those questions and then submit your responses to the email that's listed below. I have no idea what the email is going to be, but it's probably be something like texsubteambuilder@gmail.com, something like that. The questions aren't going to be too complex and mostly revolve around your MUT scheme. So if you guys run a 3-4 and want me to construct you a 3-4 team, I can do that. If you guys on offense pass more than you run the ball, I can construct you a great passing offensive team. If you guys already have a team in place, let's say you guys already have like a 90 overall team and you want an upgrade but you don't know who to upgrade, go ahead and send me pics of your team and I can go ahead and upgrade depending on what your budget is. If you guys got a 50k budget with a 90 overall team, maybe we can go ahead and adjust some players currently on your roster and get some other players in place. If you guys got bigger budget, we do the same thing as well. I want this series to be very, very inclusive, and that all depends on you, the subscriber. So if you guys want me to help build your team, go ahead and submit your questions to the email listed below. Now today we're going to be constructing the team for my man Lance James, or James Lance. He has 2 first names or 2 last names. Anyway, he wants me to construct his team for him. He's a subscriber. He follows me on Twitter, which is not a big of a deal. He is a moderator, I believe, in my stream. Very, very cool dude. He has around a 1.7 million coin budget, and he wants me to go ahead and construct him a Madden Ultimate team. He wants me to spend all of it. He only had a few requests. One being that his wide receiver on his team is Travis Benjamin. Other than that one request, he pretty much gave me free reign to construct his team. On offense, he runs the ball more than he passes, and on defense, he runs a 3-4 and uses middle linebacker. So let's go ahead and get right into it. For those looking to buy or sell Madden Ultimate Team coins, check out the MUT store. They have cheap prices, fast delivery, and great customer service. Use code TEXAS at checkout for a 10% discount. We're starting out on defense first, and because this guy uses his middle linebacker, it's pretty apparent who he's going to have at his #1 spot, which is going to be Mr. Ryan Shazier. Not the 98 because that's too expensive and that would destroy his budget of 1.7 mil. But the 94 will suffice. His price has dropped substantially since the new one has came out, plus he's still pretty damn amazing. Now at #2 in a 3-4, you gotta have a linebacker that is pretty much smart, you can just have out there without using. Now awareness doesn't play a factor that much, but it's going to revolve around guys with high play recognition and guys you can hop on just in case. But the guy that fits this build is gonna be this 97 James Laurinaitis. You can get by using Rolando McClain as well, but Laurinaitis is also a stud. So Laurinaitis is going to be his backup to Ryan Shazier. So now we got those 2 guys figured out. Let's move on to the defensive line, and this is going to be pretty easy. Guys you want on the defensive line at 3-4 are guys with great block shed, guys with great play recognition, pretty much dudes that aren't going to be moved at all, even though in this game they will be, but just guys that in real life probably will be hard as hell to move. So at D tackle, well, we're going to go ahead and get our man Damon Harrison. Not the 98, but the 90 overall version. He is just as good. I honestly would like to see Madden come out with like a chart that explains what the difference is between like 97 block shit and 99, because in my opinion, it's negligible. And so you don't really have to go ahead and splurge on a guy that has just a little bit better in that position. So at #2, we're going to go with Gilbert Brown. Gilbert Brown is a beast, but he's also very, very cheap. So we got our 2D tackles set onto the right end spot. Now this one's kind of tough because there are a lot of good riders in this game, but ain't that many good for a 3-4. A lot of these guys are good for a 4-3. But a good right end to have is going to be this Leonard Williams. Leonard Williams is an absolute monster. I have no idea why he's so good, but he gets block shed like crazy. Leonard Williams is going to be the guy we go with there. And backing him up, we're going to go a little bit unorthodox and go for the guy that just came out today, and his name is Daquan Bowers. Daquan Bowers, he is a 97 overall D tackle, but I will move that guy out of defensive end because he has good speed with 84, 92 block shed with a 96 power move, so he'll be fine there at that position. I don't need these guys to basically contain the quarterback because that's what my outside linebackers are for. I'm looking for guys that just have good block shed and good attributes to play that position, and these two guys on the right side will be fine. On the left end side, he has a Zadarius Smith, so Zadarius Smith is going to be his left end one, and backing him up is going to be Eric Armstead. Armstead is an absolute beast. But here's our defense. All these guys have great block shed. All these guys can help contain the run, which is what you guys need in this game. Everybody runs these inside zone plays, these fullback dives. You need guys who are kind of big to at least blow the play up, or at least help blow the play up. These guys can do that. So now that we got our defensive line set, let's move on to the outside linebackers. Now, in my opinion, the outside linebacker position in a 3-4 is the most important position on the field. For one, they got to contain the quarterback. Two, get to the quarterback. And three, drop back into coverage if needed. No Junior Galettes here. You can't just have guys out here that are good at one thing only. These guys got to be versatile. And that's why the two outside linebackers I've chosen are that. Well, not two, just one. The other guy, the left outside linebacker, he's not really versatile. He's just a great pass rush. But this right outside linebacker, he's a beast. Vontaze Burfict is amazing. When I first saw him, Carl was like, yo, we don't need a Burfict. We already got one. He's cool, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But, yo, this is a really amazing card. Like, really amazing, man. Really amazing. So, if you guys ain't got Burfict, if you guys can afford it, this price is going to be cheap as well, man. All those final edition cards have been very, very cheap. And Burfict is not going to be an exception. So, you can understand why he's on this team and he just came out. So, Burfict's amazing. On the left side, I was going to go with Von Miller, but his price tag is very high. He's like 350,000 coins. Very high right now. So, we're going to go with the next best option, which is going to be this Justin Houston. Now, he is not as good in zone coverage as Von Miller is, but he can get to the quarterback. And backing up these two are going to be Joey Porter, a.k.a. Jerry Porter, according to Adam Pac-Man Jones. And on the left outside linebacker side, we got Gerald Hodges, who probably is the most versatile linebacker in this game. And he can do it all. He can do it all. Now that our front seven is set, let's go ahead and go to the safety spot. At free safety one, I did have Steve Atwater here, but upon further review, you know who's just as good as Atwater, also a little bit cheaper? We got the 94 overall Football Outsiders Darian Stewart. These two guys are very similar. As a matter of fact, when I had Steve Atwater on my team and Darian Stewart, I played both of them at the same damn time. I didn't really see much of a difference. The only thing I saw more with Steve Atwater was he forced way more fumbles against Demaryius Thomas. Demaryius Thomas just couldn't handle a big hit in this game. Just kept fumbling the ball. So Darian Stewart will be fine right here and backing him up. We're going to go ahead and go with the new card that just dropped today, which is this Jordan Poyer. And this Jordan Poyer is fantastic. I mean, he's 15K on the Xbox One, 20K on the PS4, Xbox 360 and PS3 users. Where you at, man? Post the card right quick. But yo, 94 speed, 96 excel. He has 88 man coverage, which is amazing. 94 zone coverage and 93 play recognition. Now, he only has a 58 block shed, but in a 3-4 scheme, you want your free safety more so in coverage and your strong safety more so inside the box. So he'll be fine, especially if you're getting beat over the top and you're tied to Darian Stewart, Lance. This Jordan Poyer is going to be a godsend. Speaking of dudes that play well inside the box, and no, we are not talking about Mr. Antonio Cromartie. We are talking about Taylor Mays. He's a MUT legend. Like, in my opinion, if there was a MUT Hall of Fame, Taylor Mays would be the guy that would be first ballot. He is really good every year in MUT. He's not good in real life, but in MUT, he is fantastic. So, Taylor Mays is our starting, or not my, but Lance's starting strong safety, and backing him up is going to be Iloka, just because, why not? I mean, he's cool. He plays in 3-4 in real life, so that works well for this team. So, our secondary, at least with the safeties, are set. And now on to the cornerback. This is where it got kind of tough. Now, this position was kind of hard to figure out because in this game of MUT, there are pretty much only 3 cornerback types in this game. Guys that are good in zone coverage, guys that are fast, and guys that are good at stopping the run. Man coverage in this game is so overpowered that if I had the clip, I would show you guys a video of me getting picked off by the 89 overall just using the man coverage. So because there's only 3, I'm going to give him a combination of those 3. So at cornerback 1, we're going to head and go with the 95 overall Richard Sherman. Originally, I was going to put the 96 overall Rod Woodson. I just couldn't do it, man. Rod Woodson's kind of expensive right now. His price is around $250. It's not bad, but Sherman is a little bit cheaper. Plus, he provides kind of the similar stats. You're not getting a block shedding, obviously, but as corner number 1, I don't expect this guy to be doing most of the block shedding. That guy is reserved for corner number 3, which we'll get to later on. But number 2 cornerback, that's going to be the 96 overall Ronald Darby. Reason being, very cheap right now, like $80K. Great speed, and he has good man end zone coverage, so if you guys need to switch back and forth, you can with Darby. And at the nickel, there are a few cornerbacks that could play this spot pretty well. And typically in the nickel, you want guys that are fast. That's why you see guys that have 96, 97 speed in the nickel, and guys that are slower on the outside. But in this year's game, if a guy comes out in trips, your nickel receiver is going to be the first guy to get pancaked if he has no block shed. So you want to have a guy that has decent block shed there. And that guy is going to be the 89 overall Charles Tillman. Looking at his card, it is not that terrible. I can see why he was going for so much when the game first came out. He was probably one of the best cornerbacks in the game at that time. That could pretty much do it all. Good in zone, good block shed, and had decent speed to keep up with those mediocre to great receivers. I don't know why I said mediocre. I had no other word to say there. But yo, this Tillman is not bad. So him being the nickels, okay. And then at number 4, we're going to go ahead and go with William Gay, because William Gay also is one of those guys that has great block shit as well. So the cornerbacks as of right now are set. We could add a 5th cornerback, but as of right now, this is how the defense looks. Pretty good if you ask me, man. We got a good defense, solid foundation, great outside linebackers, good coverage guys, and big hitters in the secondary, as well as guys that can play well in coverage. Pretty much complete. Now we're going on to the offense. At left tackle, we're going to choose Mr. Dwayne Brown, 92. Very cheap, not terrible, so we're going to use him there. I thought about picking up Anthony Munoz, but he was kind of expensive for this build right now, so if you have budget left over, we can go ahead and upgrade him to Munoz. At left guard, we're going to go ahead and choose Mr. Rodney Hudson. This Rodney Hudson is amazing. Like, he is fantastic, and he's cheap right now. Get him if you guys don't got a good left guard. At center, we're going to choose Maurkice Pouncey, 93 overall. At right guard, we're going to go ahead and choose this new Alex Boone. Very beastly card right there. And at right tackle, the ever so versatile, 93 overall, Lane Johnson. Very good card. So offensive line is pretty much complete. All these guys should work well together. Great impact block, great pass blocking, great run blocking. And that should help spring some of his halfbacks free. The line is now complete. Let's move on to the tight end. These guys are kind of an extension of your offensive line. If you guys do run out of the single back set, out of the I formation, these guys need to be reliable when it comes to run blocking. You could go ahead and cheese like I do and put Ben Hartsock here, but we're not going to be doing that right now. We need guys that can also catch and also run block. So at tight end 1, we're going to go ahead and choose Mr. 90 overall, actually no, not 90 overall, 92 overall, superlative edition, Travis Kelce. He is going to be our tight end 1, and backing him up is going to be the 95 overall Michael Egnew. It's Egnew, everybody. It's not Ignew. I don't know why people are pronouncing it Ignew. It's Egnew. Stop it. Next up, we have halfbacks, and in this dude's offense, his halfback is going to be the most important person on his team, simply because he runs the ball a lot. So at his starting halfback, we are going to be choosing the 97 overall of Michael James. He is amazing, and if I wasn't rocking an all-rookie team right now, he'd be on my depth chart. So Michael James is his current halfback, and backing him up just for some variety purposes, not because I think this guy is really good, is going to be the Eddie Lacy, man. As games wear on and as defenses get tired, I think bigger backs can do well in the fourth quarter, but I don't know, man. It's just how I feel about it. I could be completely wrong, but Eddie Lacy, 95 overall, is going to be his backup to Michael James. A little bit of smash and dash option right there. Do a toss play with Michael James, sub in a Lacy, run the ball in between the tackles, and keep doing that and confusing your opponent to the point where he gets mad and quits the game. That could happen. So at halfbacks, we got Michael James, Eddie Lacy, and then of course, third halfback is going to be the best halfback of all time, McKinnon. obviously. This team is starting to look pretty nice, man. Great offensive line, tight ends, running backs. Now it's time to go ahead and get to the more important position on the offense, which is going to be quarterback. Originally, I was going to give this man Steve Young. He cannot use left-handed quarterbacks. So I'm kind of mad at that because Steve Young is amazing and also very, very cheap. But because you can't use him, gotta go ahead and go to the next best option, which is going to be the 94 overall all-rookie Marcus Mariota. He's amazing, man. That's all I got to say. At fullback, Ben Hartsock. Need I say more? And now we are down to the last position, which is going to be the wide receiver 1, 2, and then the backups, obviously. Now, the best wide receiver in this game, I think, for the value, is going to be the 94 overall all-rookie Amari Cooper. EA just dropped a Madden 25 throwback edition of Keenan Allen, which I can understand why these two cards compare very well to one another, but you don't drop a card into the game out of a set that is super expensive to do, that is much, I don't want to say worse, they're the same damn card as a card going for 40K. So Amari Cooper is really, really good, so pick him up if you guys already have him. And at wide receiver number 2, to continue the conversation and guys that are good at run blocking, this new Doug Baldwin, this new Doug Baldwin though, he is fantastic. 84 run block. He has to be there. He has to be there. And so that is pretty much the team that I built for this guy. I don't care about special. He can go and do that damn self. But we have the defense, which is amazing. Guys that get zone coverage, guys with good block shed, guys that got good speed, hit power, block shed, user ability. And on the offense, guys that can run block their ass off as well as pass block, a great halfback, a great quarterback, and a bunch of other guys that fit well. Now it's time for the verdict. How much would this team cost, as it's called LOL? We're going to call this Team Build Episode 1. And the verdict is 1.586 mil. Okay, so the team is under budget. So as a matter of fact, I could go ahead and upgrade some key positions that I really wanted to. On the defense, I could go ahead and give him the 97 Atwater, but I'll let him make that decision. But as of right now, this is the final team build for episode 1 of Subscriber Team Build. If you guys want me to help construct your Madden Ultimate team over here on my channel, I explain how you guys can enter. Just go ahead and follow the rules down in the description below. And on the next episode, one of you lucky subscribers is going to be featured on the channel on how I can help improve your team. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed episode number 1. If you guys want more of this, like the video, show some support, and I'll catch y'all mother bleepers in the next episode. Peace.